Hello and welcome to Irish Football Fan TV. We are here continuing on with our transfer talk. I'm joined by Ethan Lee. Now you can say.
Hello there.
So we are here to talk all things Finn Harps, from the ins, the outs, the re-signings, and kind of how he's going to improve on last season and so on. So talk to me about your ins. You got Ryan Connolly, David Webster, Adi Delap, Shane McElhenney, and Carl O'Sullivan.
Yeah, well, they're all kind of new signings, but they're all quite recent as well. They only kind of came after Christmas. You can see it might be kind of a move to maybe players you may not have expected to come to Finn Harps. David Webster was playing. He was that Waterford team that kind of they came third.
Yeah.
And then St. Pat's last year, kind of playing a lot of games. So maybe I think it's kind of a sign of us maybe looking to kick on in some ways and maybe attract a slightly kind of better caliber player that might have had offers from other teams around the league. Like Ryan.
Good solid centre back though too. Do you know?
Exactly.
He did definitely improve the defences he was in. Waterford, as you say, when they came up their debut season back in, and have the experienced head like him up there, I think would be vital. I think it'd be good for you this season.
Yeah, no, I hope so. We need it anyway in defence. Ryan Connolly is kind of a good one. It's a bit strange given that he kind of didn't have a team last year. He's playing in the Mayo League, but from what I've kind of seen, he seems really up for it. If you kind of know from his time at Galway and at Shamrock Rovers, he was a good League of Ireland player, and it's not something we've kind of had that would have scored maybe 10, 12 goals in a season, so it's kind of new for us. Adi Delap from Derry on loan. He actually scored in a derby last year for Derry at Finn Park, so I probably get some abuse for that. But again, I'm not too sure what he's like. I'd say he's kind of more kind of nimble winger. That sort of kind of carry on.
Is he really good throw in?
No, so Tony McNamee will be on them. There'll be no kind of getting rid of them.
Like his namesake there.
Oh yeah. Carl O'Sullivan, Limerick, he's kind of started the last 2 years. He's only 20 years old and was starting in the Premier Division and then last year in the First Division. So if you're kind of starting at 18, not doing kind of too much wrong, there was some video going around of his highlights last year and he was really rapid, which we kind of lacked last year. It was one thing we could have done with was, to kind of stretch the game, knowing to run at defenders, a little bit of pace, yourself. Yeah. So he kind of adds that. And Shane McElhenney from Larne.
I know him well because he was over in Canada with... He's playing in the NDSL.
Yeah, he was over with kind of Ottawa, I think.
Or NA, I think it was the NASL, so not the NDSL.
Yeah.
The National Dublin League. But he played with Ottawa Fury.
Yeah.
And he was playing with Pats then before that, wasn't he?
Yeah, that and Derry before that. So he kind of...
He's Patrick McElhenney's brother, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, yeah. So he knows the league well. He's kind of won the League Cup like 2 or 3 times. So maybe we'll go on a run this year, I don't know. But again, he's kind of a good centre half, experienced. It's good whenever we signed him and all the Larne fans were kind of commenting, being like, you got to go on here, kind of be good to him and stuff. So it's always nice whenever you're getting someone that fans of their team were kind of a big fan of. Doesn't happen that much in League of Ireland football. It's a lot of kind of begrudgery.
Yeah, but it might be a thing of now they might actually keep an eye out for Finn Harps results because of him, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, it's kind of, especially whenever their season will be over come the summer and we'll still be playing games, might get more bums. It's kind of far enough to go, but you wouldn't know.
Yeah, but still, I think that at least in the centre back position between himself and Webster, 2 very solid centre backs.
And even kind of
done well to get them up to Ballybofey, to be fair.
Yeah, well, I think Shane is moved. He wanted to be kind of closer to Derry because he's still under contract with Larne, but they let him come up. So I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, definitely kind of good get for us. And kind of re-signing, so we got Sam Todd back as well, which was one that kind of a lot of Harps fans were waiting on because he's been fantastic since he came in the year before last from Derry, and we kind of expected him to go back to Derry last year and he didn't, and then again this year we were kind of, the longer it went on we were like, he's not coming back, God's sake, but no, he is back, so he's another good one to have. A lot of the kind of team from last year is the same, well, not really, but the re-signings have all been there now, maybe kind of 3 or 4 years they've been up, they've been done, they know the kind of relegation scrap. So kind of good experience in the squad.
Is it hard as a club to get the players to resign? Is it a big sell?
I don't know. I think it's kind of a mix of, for some of them, if they weren't going to play with Harps, they probably wouldn't be playing League of Ireland football. They might have had kind of an offer from Derry, but they want to play games, or they want to play League of Ireland football, and Harps is the kind of only option for them. Also because of their careers, some of them might be. I know Mark Timmins a kind of trainee accountant, so he probably wouldn't have the time for full-time football and kind of other pursuits like that. So I think as well, they know Ollie at this stage, he's been there 6 years, so if Ollie can he's a bit of mesmerising, so he can get them
I
signed.
think a lot of credit has to go to him though. Like for as I know we spoke off air, kind of the resources he has to be able to get the players in is he deserves massive credit for that. I think anyway.
Yeah, and even when you kind of the players all talk about Ollie, they talk about the respect they have for them, and he's always kind of looking out for them. Like even someone like kind of Mark Hoyle last year, he was down in Galway studying, so he's commuting home for training and whatever. But he had exams, kind of come around, and there were still matches, and Ollie was like, no, it's like take 1-2 weeks, whatever. You have to get your exams done first. I want you for the squad, but also you do your exams. He's kind of a player's coach, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And
a father figure almost.
Yeah, because even I don't know if you saw one of the outs. We'll probably get to it as Mikey Place, and there's that big piece in the 42 on him. He was talking about how Ollie kind of really took him in under his wing, kind of said, and you've had kind of hard times. You come in here, I'll give you a good run. If you kind of play well, you can stay on and that. And he kind of speaks to how much Ollie kind of looked out for him, during that time. So that kind of speaks to the kind of man Ollie is as well as the kind of manager.
Yeah, and it just seems like he actually cares about the players. Like regardless of football, as human beings, he seems to care about them as well.
Yeah, no, I definitely get that impression, especially when a lot of the squad have been there a few years now as well. So the kind of you have that kind of dressing room kind of spirit. So that only kind of grows the longer you're together.
Yeah, and I'm sure now with the re-signed players and the players that are already there, we'll be trying to bring the lads into that type of atmosphere as well. We'll just talk about the outs. So you got Keith Cowan gone to Glentoran. Mikey Place gone to Galway, you just mentioned. Daniel O'Reilly got to Shelburne. Joshua Smith got to Galway. Raf Quattaro retired. Nathan Boyle's gone. Then Harry Ashcroft and Colin Deasy are gone. Is there anyone there you're really disappointed about? I see you smiling there.
So. I was wondering if you're going to try and pronounce the club that Harry Ashcroft's gone to. I thought you were going to try and say the Dandy Dong.
I was going to, and just kind of went away from it.
Yeah.
Is that some Chinese club?
No, it's an Australian club.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry to any of the Aussies watching.
Yeah. Who do I really miss? Well, I'm part of the Finn Harps Dublin Supporters Club. There's maybe kind of 15-20 of us, and we kind of do fundraising and go to games. And we gave our Player of the Year to Daniel O'Reilly, so he'll be a big miss, I think, because he came in and he kind of was up and down the road like 3-4 times a week. He was great when he played. He never looked out of place in any game against any team. So you kind of miss that solid presence. You're going to get a good kind of shift out of him. Keith Cowan's probably the biggest one because he's been there for almost as long as I remember. I've kind of grown up in many ways watching Keith, kind of lead the team and just being, no matter what happens, Keith will be there and he'll always kind of play well or well enough. So for him to go when he went, I kind of thought he was going to retire because he announced he was leaving, and then you were like, oh, okay, fair enough. He's going to maybe step down a level, but then for him to go somewhere else, I'm happy for him to have the chance, but it always kind of hurts to see him in someone else's colours. But he scored in his debut there at the weekend, so I'm kind of happy for him that it's going to go well.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things, though, isn't it, as a Finn Harps fans, that any player tends to do well, tends to move on fairly quick.
Yeah. I suppose, but Keith's been there, he's 34 now, so he's kind of coming towards the end. Even I was chatting to him before the end of the season, he was saying he wasn't sure what he was going to do, but Glentoran are top of the league at the minute, so we can kind of get a wee winner's medal for himself and not begrudge him.
Yeah, I mean that's fair enough as well. Just in regards then from, with the squad you have, how can you improve on last season? Or do you think you can improve?
We need strikers, and at the minute the only striker we have on the books is Jamie Brown, who came from the under-19s. He was the top scorer in the 19s last year for us. I think he had 13 goals in 16 games, which is a good return, but he's kind of totally untested at this level, so he's not, he's at this moment going to be the starting striker, but I can't imagine we'll go into the first game against Sligo with him up front, so I don't know who we're going to get. I'd assume we have kind of maybe trialists in, or I don't know.
I'd say there's still about 4 friendlies anyway to get trialists in, or because we're kind of doing these a little bit earlier, but just to kind of have them so people kind of know from fans' point of view who players are and so on. But I do think he'll get someone in before, I suppose, the season starts.
Yeah, and I've no doubt we will, but it's just kind of, even if you look at last year, our 2 top scorers up front were Mikey Place and Nathan Boyle, who I think 6 goals each, which, was kind of, they did a good shift, and it's hard playing up front for Finn Harps, and you're kind of playing quite defensive, you're looking to maybe nick one, so it's a kind of thankless task, but at the same time it's quite a poor return, really, if you're looking to maybe kick on and get a place or two up the league. you need more than 6 goals from your kind of main striker. So hopefully we'll get in someone that can kind of find that a bit more regularly. Maybe kind of Mikey Drennan, long shot, but someone like that.
He'd be a great signing.
He'd be serious.
He kind of did that role for Pats last year, where he was that kind of lone striker.
Yeah, someone that's kind of physical and knows they're in for maybe a long night, but when they get the chance, they're kind of lethal with it,
Yeah, the first couple of games he was brilliant. I think the penalties he got early on had helped him.
Yeah.
And then he just started just scoring freely, and then I don't know what happened halfway through the season. The goals kind of dried up.
Yeah, he kind of tailed off. That Pats team was kind of weird last year, even not to just jump on another team, but if you looked at their team on paper at the start of the year, you would have thought, God, they're going to be up maybe kind of top 3 or 4 Europe, and they kind of just didn't really click for whatever reasons. Maybe there was something going on in the squad. Obviously, Harry Kenny left midway through the season. Maybe there was something going on there. I don't know, but I'd take him in a heartbeat if he was on offer, or even we've been linked with Barry McNamee. But I think
he's a very good player.
Yeah, but I think every club in the country has called him and been like, "Here, Barry, do you want to come play?" So I don't know how likely or unlikely it is, but he'd be another.
The move to Cork didn't suit him that well when he went there, so it might be interesting to see will he stay at Derry, or would he be interested in moving again? Probably.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how far Finn Harps is from.
Maybe like 40 minutes, not that long. Maybe pretty close. Yeah, the rumor is that he wants to do more kind of part-time so he can focus on career or whatever he wants to kind of have going, so that would maybe suit him, but again, that's kind of...
That would be a bit of a coup, alright.
That'd be massive, yeah, so I don't know, like there's kind of very slim chances I'd imagine, but that would give a kind of real buzz and a kind of marquee signing of sorts, that Finn Harps might not be used to.
Yeah, it might give you that boost as well going into the season, having someone as high profile as him.
Yeah, definitely, kind of in terms of maybe, bums on seats or standing in Finn Park as it would be. And exactly that kind of feel-good factor as someone that has been maybe higher up the league before and kind of knows what it takes, and I kind of, dressed room at halftime, things aren't going your way, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Just lastly then, where do you think Finn Harps will finish? If you were to get, you go into your head.
I have to say if. I have to say, not in the kind of playoff spot or not the one below. I don't know. I think we have brought in some kind of good quality players. I'm expecting maybe a couple more to come in. I don't know the look, how kind of highly regarded they'll be, but I expect a few more to come in. I think if you look at last year, I don't think we won a game till the kind of end of May. So we were really kind of
between yourself and UCD was kind of
but you would not win a game till May is a sign that maybe we weren't very good to start the year, but also the chances of us starting that badly again would be quite low. So I think if you can attack on maybe a few more points from the start of the season and then carry on the kind of middling form we had then from then on, I kind of wouldn't be surprised maybe if we kind of kick on a bit and jump up maybe a couple of spaces.
Yeah, be interested to see the likes of Shelburne and that get on as well. Even Waterford, considering kind of they drop, and Cork City will not be the force that they were.
Cork would have been the one I'd maybe not to jinx them, but kind of maybe have my eye on in a way, just because.
Well, they're a whole new squad,
a whole new team. Yeah, kind of they don't have the money they would have had. They lost a bunch of money there last year. Even they've signed a kind of few maybe first division players that might be able to kind of progress now and play in the Premier Division, but it's not exactly kind of have you thinking, oh no, not him, or not to name names, but just I think they might not be kind of the level we're expecting from them.
Yeah, I agree. Hopefully Aaron and a couple of the boys aren't watching this going mad at the screen. Good Cork connection we have, but
I'm gonna have Cork Twitter on to me now.
Well, he runs it actually, so he probably will. Well, there you go. That's been the season preview for Finn Harps. Huge thanks to Ethan for coming on and giving his insight into Finn Harps, because it's hard for us to kind of keep up to date with Finn Harps. So to have someone like yourself in who's very knowledgeable about the club is fantastic. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Where do you think Finn Harps will finish in the season? How do you think they'll do? And what do you think of their signings? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll speak to you soon. Thanks for watching.